Today, Virginia Beach remembers 4 years after a city employee opened fire inside Building 2 of the Municipal Center. 12 people were killed and several others were hurt on May 31st, 2019. The pain and heartbreak from that dark day lingers on for their families.
Yeah, and now the community is coming together to share some of their grief and lift up survivors. We have team coverage on the remembrance plans. Allison Basil gives us a look at the memorials, but we start with Alex Littlehales, who caught up with the victims' families.
Dan, Janet, the moment of silence here at the ocean front finished just about an hour ago, with now 2 hours until the city vigil takes place. But, you know, we talked to the families today, some of the victims' families. They told us that this moment of silence effort was orchestrated amongst the families themselves, because they said it took at least a little bit of pain away from just being around Building 2.
Moments of loss can bring people together.
I wanted to get away from that, get to a place where we can separate ourselves from the pain of what happened that day, the past.
Today, years of loss brings these families together for one moment.
Just miss him a lot. We really do.
Every day when I come home from work, that's when we used to talk, and I had the privilege of being by my mom's side every day.
The families of the Virginia Beach mass shooting victims are together again. 4 years to the day of past since a gunman killed 12 people at Building 2. For the families, the pain is not much different today than it felt 4 years ago.
It makes it hard to want to put your feet on the ground in the morning and keep going. So I'm here today for the people that can't be, and not just the 12.
Their shared loss bonds the families of the victims, like Sarah Leonard, who lost her mother, and Ethel Cox, who lost her nephew.
Well, this moment of silence was planned uniquely by families and survivors.
Just wanted to be able to speak about Keith for a few minutes because I loved him always.
Every day is another day without their loved one. And for the families, every new day from now on is another day of pushing for support.
As we reported, another part of this story, as we know over the last couple of months, is that some of these families have requested $40 million worth of emotional and financial support for both themselves as well as the other workers working at the Municipal Center that day. We talked with the attorneys who are representing them in that effort, and they said that effort is very much alive. They did not get that request through the General Assembly this year, but they are still looking at avenues to make that work. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
All right, Alex, thank you. And today brings up painful memories for so many people. And the VB Strong Center is ready to support anyone impacted by the mass shooting. The center extended its hours and is accepting walk-ins until 8 tonight. You can also call the number on your screen. That's 757-507-7200.
The Virginia Beach community is proving that we will never forget the shock and sorrow felt 4 years ago today. People are taking time to reflect by visiting the tribute here at Mount Trashmore. Allison Basil is live there now. And Allison, what have you seen out there today?
Well, Dan, Mount Trashmore is a big spot for exercising, but today people took time out of their routines to take in the beautiful forget-me-not flower at the top of the hill. Now, it represents the 12 lives lost on May 31st, 2019, including those injured and a police officer. But aside from the sites of remembrance around town, there were also soothing sounds.
The sweet sound of Amazing Grace carried across Mount Trashmore this afternoon.
It's a day that none of us will forget, particularly the families.
It's one way Tom Metz personally remembers the 12 lives lost during the shooting at the Municipal Center 4 years ago. His bandmate Christopher Rapp was one of the people killed.
We remember our bandmate and his colleagues and contractor. We want to be able to remember them in a way that Chris would really appreciate.
Many people walking by stopped to take in the forget-me-not flower painted on the hill and reflect.
I thought it was fitting to take my walk down here today just to honor those folks.
They put this up like 3 weeks ago, and every time I go by there, I look at it, I say, wow, what a tribute.
There's also a banner draped over the side of Building 2 that says, "Together we remember." Virginia Beach city leaders are holding a community candlelight vigil at 8 p.m. to mark the day, and remembrance flags are flying at half-staff across the city. No matter how people choose to remember, Metz just hopes they will never forget what happened on May 31st, 2019.
As long as I'm in Virginia Beach, I will be up here every year remembering all those folks.
In Virginia Beach, Allison Basil, 13 News Now.
There's a candlelight vigil tonight to help the community heal together. The city is holding a remembrance ceremony at 8 outside City Hall on Courthouse Drive. The victims' names will be read aloud, and there will also be musical performances. Our team will share the sights and sounds from that memorial ceremony tonight on 13 News Now at 11.